Joker 2 to me was actually a pretty good movie, but there are so many people saying that it was very, very bad. So I thought today might be a good day to justify if it's good in a personal opinion or is it good as a general opinion. Well, most statistics would say it's bad. I personally think it was actually not that bad. I think it was a good entertainment film. It's not a DC movie at the end of the day, but it's still good. So I thought, let's go through what everyone else thinks. Let's cover the whole movie and break it down, and then we'll make a decision. On with the video. I thought it might be a good idea to go to the place where most critics and people that want to rant go. Rotten Tomatoes. There is no doubt that there is many people that have said and suggested that this film's not good, so I thought it would be a good idea to maybe read some of the comments and justify their opinion and then base it off of the general idea of the whole movie. So here we go, I guess. It was a terrible movie. It was all about Arthur, not about the Joker. Correction, Arthur Fleck is the Joker. And I kind of get what you mean. Arthur is all about Arthur, but not the Joker. Arthur is Joker. That's just like the whole point. That's, oh my god. When a tormented Joker gives up on escapism, a psychopath takes his place. Nice plot twist. Yeah, I think that's actually one of the reasons it's actually pretty decent in that sense, because it's actually saying that it's more to do with the psychopathic area of Arthur Fleck's mental state rather than his persona of Joker and the escapism. Yeah, it's a good, nice plot twist, I agree. The joke is on the audience this time. What a horrible attempt at an artistic film noir. Okay, hot take. Okay, let's break this down. What a horrible attempt at an artistic film noir. It's artistic. I think the first one was a perfect film noir. This literally told you when it was first announced, this is not a film noir. It was a musical. So that is the twist, and you could easily understand that it was to base off of his mental state, not the character. If it was the character, it would have been another film noir. But it's not. That's literally the whole point. When it was announced in 2022, they said it was going to be a musical because it was based on the term Folie A Deux, which is madness between two. Harley Quinn and the Joker comes together, creating insanity. And somehow, this communicated film noir. Yep. Don't listen to the other reviews. Very thoughtful, slow-paced, maybe not so much plot, but it was more about the ideas. Great music choices, packing, not a cop-out comic book film, but Phillips has more guts to make something different. Yes, that's why I like Todd Phillips. Todd Phillips is a great director. He goes above and beyond. It doesn't matter if it's a film you don't understand. That's kind of the whole point. Joker 2 was not a film that you were supposed to understand. It was a film you were supposed to think about. And that's why, I mean, it's like a psychological thriller, but on a far down-paced film. I'd definitely say it was far more sophisticated than like most films that try and like talk about the psychological aspects of certain people. I think it's done that perfectly, because at the end of the day, this isn't a DC film. This has no canon sort of, like, it's not, as he says, it's not a cop-out comic book film. It's not supposed to be. It is a label. Joker is a label. It is a ideology. It is based off of character, but it has no comic book accurate correlation other than the actual characters. A half a star. Wow. Half a star right there. Cool. That was horrible. It was probably the worst movie I've ever seen. There was nothing good about it. Joker gets stabbed by an inmate in the end. Spoiler alert. Jokers get stabbed by an inmate in the end, and Harley dumps him because he abandons the Joker near the end. I saved I saved you 3 hours. I don't think people like when they have to think about a movie. Harley dumps Joker because he finally accepts who he is. It was all denial. That's why she dumps him. Secondly, Joker gets stabbed by an inmate in the end based off of his ideology. His ideology is when someone is bad, they get what they deserve. Joker did something bad. He got what he deserved. Use brains! Please! It's taken me a while, but I found a good comment. Don't get me wrong, it's written like an essay, but here we go. This film is a masterpiece. I love the first Joker, and this sequel is the perfect counterpoint to the first. Thank you, I like that. In regards to the first film, they do an excellent job of creating empathy for Arthur with his tragic life backstory, and it is always fun and cathartic. English GCSE is going well. To see someone standing up and seeking retribution against bullies, we can understand how he feels alone and abandoned by society, but this second film does a great job portraying the fact that this man is not a hero. He lives in a fantasy world, who is mentally ill and is no one to celebrate or idolize. Folie A Deux is beautifully shot. It is a fresh, compelling story, and the two films together are brilliant. Obviously, this isn't what the masses wanted or what the comic book fans hoped for, but a fantastic film, and one day I believe that it will be looked back on with reference. Thank you for someone else finally thinking with a I get people don't want to think during a film. Then don't go and see Joker, but then don't also go and say that it's a bad film based on whatever every other one is saying. Just it is a good movie if you give it chance. If you give it chance, it is somewhat of a good movie. But people misconceptualize the idea that this is not supposed to be. This is the conclusion to Arthur's life. And someone said, as I was scrolling through it, I saw someone say, hopefully Joker 3 is just as, brings it up a notch. Why would there be a Joker 3? The man's dead. Another thing you'd all like to talk about is probably the emotional impact of the movie. Because Joker 2 was it was more about the psychological aspects of everything to do with Joker. All the musical scenes were reflective of how he felt, what he was feeling when he was with Harley, and the beginning scene, the introduction scene, is basically how he feels in the head when it comes to killing Murray. And how he felt when he killed him. He was happy that he was dead, and that's adds to the emotional depth of everything apart in the whole film. And I think that's why it does fill you with a bit of like mystery, and it does put you on edge. That's kind of the whole point of the Joker film. I won't lie to you, the first time I watched Joker, I couldn't watch it fully because it was just a bit disturbing. But when you go back and you watch it, it's actually a bit more interesting. And if you are into psychology, this is definitely this will be your film, because then you can like analyze it. And I guess for someone that does videos like this, I analyze all the time, so I don't have that option. I'm mentally trained now to look back in my head like, oh, was that a good scene and all that. So that's that's just me. And as I said when we were going through the reviews, everyone is entitled to opinion. I am not saying that everyone's opinion is wrong, but in saying that, it just depends on how you interpret it. But it's all of these aspects of emotional impact that make you think. But some people don't want to think during a movie. The whole point of a movie is to be enjoyed. I get that. So it depends on how you look at it. But this is a very emotionally impactful movie, and that is one thing that people overlooked at this movie. There you go. Obviously, with the likes of the new Joker film, there was definitely some powerful scenes. One of the powerful scenes that I would say was Joker's death. When Joker died, that was like the end of an era. These films felt like they had gone over a long period of time, even though they only took over like over a couple of days, 3 to 4 days, and like was the whole film. But you realize that's like, yeah, it's been cut down, but it's so emotionally depthful. But then when he dies, that's like one of the shortest scenes. He's dead for good. He's not coming back. I mean, he was stabbed in the gut, so he's not gonna. He is dead. Yep. He killed Murray Franklin because he thinks he got what he deserved. Joker, in the end, got what he deserved. This is also preceded by the fact that he confessed. Joker confessed in front of a jury that he is not, he is the Joker. His brain is wired that way. His backstory, his mental tragic life, his mental illness, all of this is Joker. It is not a separate an identity. Arthur is Joker. He knows he is doing it, yet continues to be like that. He doesn't want to be, he just is. Which is why when he confesses, this pisses off Harley. That is why it is so impactful, because everyone was under this theory that he was a completely different person, but he's not. Society struggled to accept the fact that no one can be that insane and crazy. That's why I think when he confessed to everyone in court, that was very impactful. But no one liked it, and that's what also led to when he was finally testified. The courtroom had exploded, which then led him to breaking free. But he never wanted that. That was a pure mistake. He never wanted to be broken free. But the only time he ever felt free was when he died, and that is clearly shown. It's never indirectly said, but it is definitely conveyed through the camera. Another good scene, I would say, was when Harley and Joker first met. They had a very nice connection at the first. It was very friendly. Harley knew what she was doing, but Joker didn't. He was just thinking that, oh, she's very nice, I want to get to know her more, and he had more freedom and he felt very comfortable, and she knew everything he had done, but he and her still felt comfortable. I think this is one good thing, because it was getting him out of his comfort zone, and I think that's very nice, because he was not really social. Usually he would tell a joke, but that very day he didn't want to tell a joke. He just wanted to stay silent and be normal and stay away. In saying that, all the musical scenes were essentially with Harley. Also, Lady Gaga, perfect choice for Harley Quinn, because she still can sing her heart out and is amazing at singing. But I think those scenes were very good and well orchestrated for the both of them, because Joaquin Phoenix, boy can he sing as well. I never knew that. But both of them were very good at that musical part, but they also presented meaning. And if you read into the lyrics, which it took me 2 weeks after seeing the film to realize, because I was just enjoying the music. It was very sway, jazz, meaningful. I like that. However, if you read into the lyrics, it was all about how he was feeling, how he felt when he met Harley, how he was feeling before, and it was all about he sung like Frank Sinatra, and the way he was singing was all to do with it was reflected via his mental illness, which is creepy, and it's very strange, but it's also meaningful, which is obviously what this whole movie is supposed to be about. Now, the last scene I want to talk about is it was weird. It was a weird scene, because I was supposed to. I felt bad, but I also understood it from both angles. When Gary testified against Arthur, Gary was very traumatized by that, but still, Arthur took it as a joke. And I know it's going to sound stupid, he's the Joker and all, but at the end of the day, he heavily impacted Gary's life, and he still thought that was absolutely hilarious. That seeing that on screen, and then you seeing Gary basically break down on the stand, was incredibly it was very disturbing, I'll give you that, but it shows both ends of Arthur, because considering the next day he says, oh, I'm firing my lawyer and I'll confess to everything. It is very, very weird. it was really hard. That was hard to watch. I won't lie to you. That was very hard to watch. Now, in saying that, taking all of that into account, most impactful scenes, the emotional impact overall of the whole movie, and then based on like many of the reviews, was it a good movie? Was it a bad movie? And I'll say this again. Personally, to me it was a good movie, but I get it from every angle. I wouldn't say it was a good sequel to the first one, but it was a good end to Joker. I think it ended his era as the Joker perfectly. Would I go and watch this again? No, I actually wouldn't. But it was a good experience because it does have an impact, and I strongly encourage. I get people if you don't want to watch it because it's a musical, I wouldn't go and watch it. It doesn't matter to me. I think the musical may have gone a bit long, but overall to me it was an okay movie. It was a good movie, but I would not see it again. It would also seem that I didn't do too well either. 32 and 32. For those two to actually be matching is very, very impressive. But I don't think it did too well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and obviously if you did, please leave a like and subscribe and comment what other things you would like me to talk about on this channel, and if there's any other movies you would like me to cover like I did so here. Now, without further ado, everyone, if you want to, I'd strongly encourage you go and see Joker Folie A Deux. Subscribe with the bell so you can never miss out on future videos, and also go subscribe to AustinPlus. We've got some good content coming there that way as well. So without further ado, everyone, have an amazing day as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.